I've seen the video she did on Friday several times now through different React channels. Rose Thorn Reacts, Pulpy Syntax, um, Garlic Bread, Unicorn Pondu. I've seen it in several different places, and I just don't understand how a 40-year-old woman can act like such a child at all times. And her husband can act like a fucking child. This is why I didn't want to cover it. I mean that and the fact that I'm dealing with my own bullshit on my end right now because somebody tried to break into my house. Um, but it was they have nothing to talk about, and when they do try and talk to their chatters, they're so goddamn ignorant as to like I don't know. There's a big chair over there. I feel like it's a chair where people sit and watch the water. A lifeguard tower, girlfriend? Is that the words you're looking for? I can't. These people are so goddamn stupid. And he's like, no, no, that's where people change their clothes. Really? Lifted up? It's a lifted up area. They go up into it and change their clothes, huh, Salah? And what the fuck are you doing? Pinching her cheek. Talented pigeon. Hey, fam, great stream. Any suggestions on what I should do about all these? Good night. Can't even with you. Wow. That's amazing that you would come into my chat and say something like that. That's fucking gross, dude. So her face is so swollen from all the bullshit she's done to her body that she had dents in her cheeks from her sunglasses. She apparently still has not been able to find a pair of glasses that actually fit her face, right? Because the nose frame sits up here and the glasses go down to her cheeks and pinch into where she's all puffy and swollen because her face is really getting swollen, right? So she doesn't realize that she needs to get like thinner glasses so it sits right. She hasn't, she did not go to see an eye doctor in Canada, you guys. That did not fucking happen. It didn't happen. She did not go to the ER on that day. That was literally the first day that Salah started his affair with Kybella, December 18th. And I'm fairly certain she was hanging out with like Pete's all day smoking weed. She didn't fucking go to that didn't happen. She's full of shit. And she thinks that she can lie to her audience at all times. And they're just gonna buy it. And she got caught on the cat's meow. The cat's meow. She got caught on that because it was a fake sound that Salah was playing from his phone because he does that kind of bullshit all the time. These are children. These two people are fucking slow. I'm just being real with you. They're supposed to be grown ass adults and they are slow. They don't get it. They are slow. He's driving around acting like, he can off road in his fucking Timo car. And she's like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Oh, I'm sorry. What about your sciatica, girlfriend, that you can't describe correctly because you don't actually have sciatica? All right. I have yet to see her take a step and wince. That's what it looks like when you have sciatica. You take a step and you wince because you have a shock go down your leg. Not happening to her at all. But this latest video was like, let's just walk around in really hot weather and, not have anything to say. There's the sun, there's the beach, here's a palm tree. Like, what the fuck, even? That's why I didn't cover it. I didn't cover it because it was stupid as fuck, you guys. And the fact that she went back to harass the camels again, they don't like you, Chantal. And the male was about to fucking come after you. That's why the handler got in there and tried to corral him. You don't know the name of lifeguard tower? Give me a break. That was amazing. I just couldn't deal with it because it was so long and it was just watching two fucking knuckleheads being stupid. And Salah, I know you watch my videos too. Stop grabbing her cheek and pinching it. You're not goddamn grandpa, okay? Stop being a dumbass. That is not romantic whatsoever. That does not make you the handsomest man. It makes you a goddamn creeper. Knock it off. Stop grabbing her like that. She doesn't even look comfortable when you do that shit. That is not romantic behavior between partners. Stop touching her face like that. Fuck's sake, Salah. You're already in hot water with the entire community because of your affair with Kybella. And all of the shit, literal shit, that came out about that. These two people, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can keep covering them. They're so gross. The two of them are so gross and so slow. They're so developmentally delayed. I'm doing a live stream, Jess, talking about the material I've been talking about for many months. What's your question? What do you think? I'm having like some sort of private phone call right now? I'm doing a live stream talking about why I don't necessarily want to cover her anymore. Good morning, Dan. How are you doing? I'll be covering House of Dragons later tonight, you guys. Um, I don't look, folks. I don't deal with trolls on my channel. I don't. And so if you're gonna be like, I'm just gonna get rid of her. Fuck that bullshit. If you're gonna come on my channel and be like, I don't understand. Why are you doing a live stream? Why are you talking about a subject? Shut up. Get off my channel. So So anyway, she went to go harass the camels again, and Daddy Camel almost came after her, and the handler had to like corral him a little bit. Chantel, they don't like you. They don't like you. Stop visiting those camels. You do not know how to relate to animals whatsoever. You are an animal abuser. And it's very apparent even now when you're trying to visit these camels and you're getting too close to them. You're not allowing them to sniff you first. You're not doing appropriate things to actually visit the camels. And you're all over the fucking pregnant camel. The entire tribe of camels was not happy with that. That was so messed up. But your husband is even worse. He was off-roading in his stupid ass Timo um, thing, and you're pointing out that you have a fire extinguisher, not a hydrant. You don't have a fucking fire hydrant in your car. Words are hard, right, Chantel? Words are hard. You had a fire extinguisher in your car. How can you guys be so goddamn stupid? You know? Hi, Liz. How are you today? I don't understand it. Like, how can they be that goddamn stupid? I have a fire hydrant in my car. Oh, really? So you got like something that's like big, it like pulls up water from the city, and dogs pee on it and shit, and you've got that in your car? You've got that in your car. Okay. Okay, Chantal. They were so stupid and so slow on that video that combined with the fact that somebody tried to break into my house on July 4th, I really didn't want to cover it. And pretty much every other reaction channel has at this point, except for maybe me and James Brighton. I think we're the only two people who left it alone because we're like, good morning, doing okay, and good morning, Danaconda. Okay, cool, cool. I think I'm probably gonna start looking more at like Jordy's channel for stuff on Eugenia Cooney because Chantel she's like the court jester. She's so goddamn stupid. It's hard. I feel like I'm making fun of somebody who's slow when I cover her. You know what I mean? It's hard to cover her for that reason because she's that dumb. And it makes it hard for me. But I especially did not want to do it after somebody broke into my house. Be, because, I was already going through being rattled by the fact that somebody tried to break my door down. And we still haven't figured out who it was, right? I mean, I have some ideas, but I have some ideas, and I know that the neighborhood's out there putting their feelers out there trying to figure out who did it. But I feel like her nonsense is so useless. Like, girl, if you're gonna fuck up your channel, you do you. I don't need to cover this bullshit. You know what I mean? That sucks. I hope y'all okay. Well, Liz, they came and boarded up my door. The contract, I had like an emergency contract services on Friday, but I had to stay up all night after it happened. It happened around like 11:40ish on July 4th, and I had to stay up all night guarding my front door because it didn't lock anymore. And then I had an emergency contractor come in and at least like reinforce it, secure it. But it's not that it's the repairs are not done, and they're kind of debating like who's responsible. Is it the HOA insurance or is it my homeowner's insurance? So I'm going through that right now. Um, and it's still the weekend, so everybody's gone, right? Like, I can't get anything done until tomorrow. And I haven't heard any updates from the sheriff, even though I gave them a lot of information about um, who to look into. Um, I haven't I haven't really gotten an update about like whether or not they're actually going to figure out who did it. Yeah, Liz, it was scary. I hope you're not in the path of the stupid. No, I'm not. I'm on the West Coast. Pass next to you. Are you in Florida? Isn't that where? No, actually, it's gonna hit. It's supposed to hit Texas, right? It's supposed to hit Texas. The hurricane, but it's not in your trajectory or whatever. It's not like it's not aimed for you. You guys get a lot of crazy weather during the summer, I'll be real. We just get like heat waves and earthquakes. We get earthquakes, right? But we don't have it's very rare for us to have like a tropical storm, but it's not impossible. Like it has happened. And it's generally when it crosses over Mexico and starts circling back up. You're ready to move. There's very few places in America that actually have like the kind of weather that you're like happy all year. Yeah. You guys are always going to have hurricanes. It's just it's part of life in like all the Gulf states and the East Coast. It's always going to be happening. We had a tropical storm when I was in Virginia. And there's a place in Richmond called Shaco Bottom. It totally got flooded out. Totally got flooded out because of that. Was downgraded by that time into a tropical storm. You know what? You should look into like Arizona. Arizona is pretty well priced and it gets hot. Yeah, it gets really fucking hot, but so does Texas, let's be real. Um, Tropical storms are incredibly rare for California, but when it happens, it generally floods out Huntington Beach. If you take a look, if you Google it, there is like the hundred year flood of Huntington Beach. Um, the whole fucking thing is underwater. That was like in, the early 20th century. Yeah, Arizona's not bad. I mean, the housing prices aren't terrible, and sure, it gets really hot. It does get really hot, but you gotta have like what do they call them? Like a swamp cooler is what they use for air conditioning. I think they use a swamp cooler, and maybe have like a backyard pool or something so that you can stay cool. You're gonna have to get um, extermination once a year though, to keep the scorpions and shit out of your house. You, like at least once a year, you're gonna have to go through and have them spray. Yeah, it's dry heat. I mean, they do have some monsoonal conditions occasionally because it comes up from the East Coast. From the well, not the East Coast, but like Texas. They get some monsoonal conditions and flash flooding and stuff like that, but it's not as bad as like living in a tornado belt. You know what I'm saying? It's not as bad as living in a tornado belt. And yeah, by the time hurricanes move further inland, they have broken apart. They're not dangerous like when they first hit the coast. Because the biggest problem with hurricanes is that storm surge of pushing the water up and flooding the coastline. That's the biggest problem. But they also come with tornadoes, you know? I can't, you guys. I can't. I'll take a look at her material and see what she's putting together. But if the two of them keep looking like kindergarten kids, I'm not gonna keep watching this bullshit. If they're gonna be so stupid that they can't even use their words, I'm not gonna keep watching this bullshit. Yeah, it's worst on the coast. Galveston is getting flooded with storm surge, and they just had it. It's getting hard to watch them. Yeah, I mean, that's generally how it goes. Is like it pushes up like a big wave of water, and it um, floods everything out. If you've ever been to, well, they probably do this in Texas too, but like the East Coast, everything by the coast is built on like stilts. They Everything's raised up because they know that they have hurricane risks. And so they want the water to be able to rush under the buildings. Um, I would still be terrified, even if you're on stilts. Yeah, beach houses is what I call them. Yeah, but they're up on stilts. And then you use that as like a carport and you like park under it. We don't have anything like that out here because in California we have earthquakes. So why would we build things on stilts? You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, during Ike, it wiped all the beach houses off the an entire peninsula. Well, I just remember the one where that pastor who's like uber rich refused to provide any shelter in his parish during a hurricane and ended up being a complete asshole in that situation. And some dude who was like selling mattresses invited everybody to come in and sleep on his mattresses. Do you remember that one? The Boulevard Peninsula is so crazy. Mattress Mac is the angel. Yeah, seriously. He proved that he is definitely more of a man of God than what's that guy's name? Joel something? He's a jackass. He's just ripping people off so he can live a Mattress Mac has a multi-million dollar show floor. He let people stay on. Joel Osteen, thank you, Liz. That's who it was. Joel Osteen. Oh my God. That guy is just ripping off his congregation. He's got like a private jet and shit. Like, oh no, I'm sorry, I can't let you in the church because there's water in the bottom of my parking garage, and so I don't feel like it's safe. Shut up. Oh my God, dude. Let people in the church. What an asshole. What a dick. Um, yeah, I've always been annoyed with that Joel guy. Me too. I mean, I already was before he did that, but that like sealed the deal. You know what I'm saying? That was like, are you kidding me? You can't fucking help people? Like, you're literally a church. Sanctuary. You know? Like, sanctuary. That was amazing that he wouldn't open his doors. Chicken shit, you say, Liz? Ah, that was amazing. Well, I will be back later tonight covering House of the Dragons. It'll be somewhere around 7 cuz I watched the first running so that I know what I'm going to be talking about, and then I react to the second running of it. Um so I'll be doing that tonight around 7. I have to wait until after the credits roll. The embroidered I can't say it. Words are difficult. Embroidery portion where they do that and do all that, because that is seriously copyrighted. But if I cover it from after that point, they generally release any copyright claims on me. So I will be starting somewhere around like 7:10 maybe to cover my react to tonight's episode 4. Anyway, I hope you all have a great Sunday. And thank you all for joining me this morning. And I'm going to go make some breakfast, you guys. Take care.